Okay, hello everyone. Today I will talk about Dagger, which was already mentioned in the morning, but this will be some sort of get to know a little bit more, and we will also do a nice demo. I hope it will be fine. You see there's another name on my presentation because we did this CFP with my friend, Batuhan, but he had visa issues, so he's not with us today. But I have to give his credit because he prepared the demo, so and he's actually more active with the Dagger project. So if you have questions, I mean, you can, of course, ask me or ask him as well. He's open to get any questions or provide any support regarding Dagger. So my name is Koray. I work for a company called Kubermatic, which is a German company, headquarters in Hamburg. But I mean, everyone in the company works remotely, so I live in Istanbul. I am a CNCF ambassador, and also I do trainings as well, and also instructor for Linux Foundation Kubernetes trainings. I am part of Kate's infra, so basically support the DevOps pipelines for the Kubernetes project itself. And well, I'm one of the organizers of KCD Istanbul. Regarding pipelines, I think all of us have this issue. When you create a new pipeline, it's read for a couple of tries, and then you make it read. And why that happens is actually quite simple. You can't test it before. You can't test what pipelines does on your local machine, and you have to push it, and then you see on the GitHub Actions or GitLab pipelines, whichever tool you are using, the pipeline will run, and then either it will be successful or it will fail. So that brings the topic like a push and pray thing. You do the git push and then wait for the pipeline to become successful. If you want to get around this, you might create some shell scripts or maybe some other type of scripts to be able to run those commands on your local machine, and also run the same scripts on the pipeline as well to make sure that they will be running the same. But over time, maybe for a small application, it would work fine, but when you add the unit tests, maybe integration tests to it, the build, then the deploy, maybe then running some other tests after the deployment, those shell scripts become too complicated and too hard to maintain. And even with those, to be able to run them on your local and the pipeline the same, you have to do a lot of different workarounds with those. And another thing is that, so nowadays, I mean, that's the standard. I think we basically define our pipelines as YAML files, right? And the idea is that the pipelines are declarative. But why do we use declarative systems? For example, we also use Kubernetes, right? We create the manifests. They are declarative. We are telling Kubernetes to run an application or create a deployment with 3 replicas using that image, maximum of those resources, etc., that sort of thing. So we are there actually defining a state or the desired state, saying that, hey, do this for me and make sure that it's always in that state. But the pipelines are actually not states. I mean, the pipelines are workflows. You provide a lot of conditionals there. Okay, first build the image, then test it out. If test fails, maybe do this. Or if it doesn't fail, do that. If there are could maybe, for example, GitHub Actions, you might use the matrix functionality. For one build, you might be creating 3 container images, but for the other, you might be creating maybe 10 images. And maybe if the deployment fails, maybe you do a rollback, etc., etc. So it's not actually states. You are doing some, you basically define some workflows and conditions. So actually, the pipelines are not the best, or defining states or declarative approach for the pipelines may not be the best idea. So how can you do it? Well, you can program those, and yeah, with shell scripts maybe you can do it, but there should be some better ways. Another aspect is that with the DevOps approach, we know that some organizations are pushing developers to take care of the pipelines. So instead of, I mean, we all know that developers don't like it to make sure that they are responsible for the CI pipeline, simply because they are not very familiar with the tools and the other stuff. So probably they don't want to learn the whole this YAML stuff, everything, and the tools around it. But what they know is the programming. So if they have a way to program the pipeline, then it would be easier for them to take this responsibility. So with that, Solomon Hykes, you know the guy, he solved the works on my machine problem in the past. He also wanted to do it for the CI/CD pipelines. So if your CI pipeline, I mean, if you can run it on your local machine, and just like the same way it will run on the GitHub Actions, then this will solve a lot of problems. Also, with the shift left thingy, you would be able to program it, and then it would be an easier adoption for the developers. And then the solution came as Dagger. So you can run Dagger on your local machine. That's one of the probably the most important difference that Dagger brings, so that you don't have you have no more push and pray thingy. You know that how it will work because you already tried it out on your local machine. It will work the same way on your pipeline. And nowadays, you can also program this as a TypeScript or Go or Python programs. So if you are already familiar with any of those, then it will be quite easy for you to adopt Dagger. So what is Dagger? That's the other question. So Dagger provides an engine and also some libraries for you. Basically, I mean, under the hood, it uses buildx to create containers and run your application there. So it is simply running your GitHub Actions, the containers on your local machine or anywhere from a program that you wrote down. So basically, the engine itself runs on any Docker-compatible runtime. It could be your local machine, it could be Kubernetes, it could be somewhere else. And then at the top, you have the modules. So you have the build module, deploy module, whatever you want to do with that pipeline. So Dagger itself is not the CI pipeline, but it is an engine, or it's a tool that you can call from your current CI pipelines. So from GitLab pipelines or GitHub Actions or Jenkins or Circus, whatever tool you are actually using it, instead of running a huge YAML file, you now simply call some Dagger modules there, and then it will work out. It will just run in the engine, and then do whatever you want to do. There's also Dagger Cloud and the Daggerverse, where you can find some functions and modules which you can program. You can create those modules, or you can use other people's modules for your pipeline. It already has some integrations, so Kubernetes is one of them, and like GitLab CI, Tekton, Argo workflows, GitHub Actions, GCP, Amazon, I think Azure also, Azure Pipelines, Helm, they all have some sort of integration with Dagger, and it helps you to utilize that approach. So the good thing is that once you have a, let's say, deploy module, you can use this one from any of your pipelines. If you have multiple repositories and they all have their own pipeline, then you just write one module and then you can use it everywhere. You can just say that, yeah, I can do the same thing with a shell script, but again, maintaining those shell scripts will be really hard to do. Yeah, there are some standardized Dagger functions, and you can build your own, or you can use the ones that are created by the community. And it's like there's a CLI, Dagger CLI, and then you basically call those functions to make them work. I will show how it works in the demo. And here, with all of those, I mean, the identical code on your local machine and on the pipeline, remote machine, anywhere, it will work the same. So that's the I think most important feature from Dagger. As I said in the beginning, it uses buildx, and there is a very nice caching mechanism there. And if the build fails and then you rerun it, there will be some caches and stuff. So probably the second time you run the pipeline, it will be way faster. This is especially important for your local tests or like local development. It's just like Docker build. When you run it for the second time, it's faster. It's the same approach here, and the cache will help you a lot for being fast. I already mentioned about the languages. So today, as of today, you can create those modules in TypeScript or Python or Go. I believe there will be more language support in the future, but yeah, let's see how it will turn out. But I think especially Go and Python would cover most people in the cloud-native world. So I will do a demo. You can just reach to the GitHub repo. Batuhan actually creates a very nice README file with a lot of explanation. And where is it now? Here. Here. OK. So I have already created a Minikube cluster on my local machine and enabled Flux. So Flux uses this repo to clusters here. What I have done already in my cluster is that, so I have an application called Hello Server. Is it visible? Do you want me to make it bigger? No? OK. So this is my application, which I will be creating a new image and then deploy a new version. And what I did was also now the Dagger engine is running inside the Kubernetes cluster. You don't have to do it this way. I mean, you can just run it locally on your local machine as a container. But just to show you the possibility that you can have a like central Kubernetes cluster, you can have the engine there, and everyone, all the teams can use the same engine, same version, etc., so that you might standardize that sort of thing as well. but that's not, you don't have to do it this way, but it is a possibility. But when you do it, then you have to provide this info to Dagger CLI with some environment variables so that they will be connecting to the engine. If I do echo, yes. So just to try it out, and Docker PS. So engine is running from 3 days. I can just stop this one. I don't need it. Okay, Docker PS, fine. Just to try it out. So there is a module or function called hello, and I want to call it here. No, yeah. So it connected to the engine, and now it's running. Yeah, probably it will be a bit slower with the internet connection here, I guess. But what I can do is that. So yeah, as you see, it just called the module hello and building stuff here. So yeah, it just the function is just writes hello world, but this is the way to call a function, so or a module. So again, this will be some more meaningful functions in the future. Just bear with me. As I said, I have an application which is this hello server thingy, and I create a new version with Melange. So I also wanted to, we also wanted to show you some extra stuff. So we will create an APK package which will be with less CSPs. Who knows about Melange and chain guard tools? No, okay, you can check them out from chain guard side. So basically, it will be creating an Alpine APK package. The idea is to have less CFPs. So that was the whole thing. And well, we create a Makefile just to make it easier for me. So what it will do is that it will call this module from Dagger-verse, APCO module, and it will provide some parameters to it, like, okay, use this this file and create that image. So in the end, when it's ready, it will create this container image for me, and then I will push it to TTL and ttl.sh. So first, let me show you. On TTL.sh registry, we have only 010, and now make APK. As you will see, yeah, I'm now creating a new version. Maybe I should have showed you GitHub, yeah, 3. Yeah, so these are the files, and there will be a package at the end when the build is done. So now, basically, we are creating the container image with Dagger on our triggered on our local machine. So this is kind of local testing before you push anything to the repo. And I hope it will be faster. So in the end, this is the command that's running the Melange build, Melange YAML, blah, blah, blah. So it is not so much different than what you do with actions or other things. In the end, you run some commands or prepare things, but you do it with a programmatical way. And another thing, so here's the CI. So for Dagger, no, not this one. This is for later. I hope it will be faster. And also with this, we are also signing the image as well. So think of this as a full software chain security thingy. There will be also a signed image sent to the repo, to the registry. Meanwhile, I can show you. Yeah, here's the so this is actually this is the code that is written for that module. So basically, it creates a container, and then within the container, it runs this command. So it's simply creating a container from your Go application that you wrote for the CI, and then you do things, build things, and then it's there. So I'm a ops guy, so I don't have much development experience. So YAML files, GitHub Actions, everything is okay for me, and this is actually harder for me to follow up. But I believe for developers, this would be way more easier to follow up and work with. So yeah, it's there. Now we have the package, we have the container image, and then I need to, I think with, I need to push it as version 0.20. Which will actually here, yeah, also if you remember this now, so there is a packages directory, and this one created the APK stuff and everything, and created the tar file. So the push thingy is actually creating an OCI image out of this tar file. If we see the, yeah, from tar file. So this is the command. We are pushing container as a tarball and running this tar file. Container push. I think this is fine. Now if I do crane ls, you see now 0.20 is also in the ttl.sh registry. If you don't know ttl.sh, it's a ephemeral registry. So you can push some containers there, and maximum of 24 hours, they will stay there, and then they will be deleted. So as I said at the beginning, I had created or configured Flux. So what I need to do is to tell my Git to update the version, and then Flux will take care of the new deployment. So just to show you around here, here with the CI Dagger thingy, I have a main.go, and this one actually, then yeah, this is also for container push, which created this, and then yeah. So with the commit push thingy, so when we do the deployment, it will call this part, and actually it will just update the, where is it? Yeah, it will first update edit the customized file, which I'll show you, and then it will push it back to Git. So just like with the GitOps, you just update the manifests on your Git repo, and then it will be applied to the cluster. So in my customization, the new tag is 0.10, and then when I do make version, make deploy. So it updated customization with 020, and it will push it. Exec push. And it failed, great, because I didn't do git pull before. This was my, oh. I'll, I think. Yes. Okay, git stash. Clear, git pull, please. Okay, all good. Now I will do it again. I will do deployment. It will work. Yay. If I do a refresh, now 020, and okay, let's do kubectl get pods. 48 minutes ago, this will take time, so I can just do a flux reconcile. Was it flux reconcile? Blah blah blah. Now the new version is being created. Container is coming. Yeah. Describe deployment. Now you see the version 020 is there. So we were able to test whatever change we made on our local machine in a local Kubernetes cluster, but it could be just, I mean, the same modules will run exactly the same on wherever you run it. So that's the whole idea and everything. And I think that was it. Do I want to show something else? I think no. Yeah, that was the whole demo, and it worked, and I'm really grateful for that. So, yeah, you can just check out the repo. I think the explanation is missing? Yeah. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's developer guy. Yeah, of course. Sorry. That's this. But yeah, I think I won't be able to see. Okay, maybe I can just remove this. It was a feature, not a bug. So, okay, thank you very much. I think I don't have much time, but if you have questions, maybe I could try to help. But one question, an easy one, please. Thank you.
So first of all, thank you very much. This was interesting. And my question is, which parts of Dagger are free and which are part of commercial offering?
I couldn't understand the question, sorry.
Which parts of Dagger are free and which are part of commercial offering?
I think all open source. You can use it as as you want. There is Dagger Cloud, which I think which is not for free. I honestly don't know how they will monetize all stuff or make money out of this thing. I hope they will find a way. But right now, I mean, you can use this, all this stuff for free. It's not something. I mean, you can use the modules that other people created, or you can create your own modules as well, or you can just fork them and change them and stuff, as long as people provided with the suitable license. Yeah, okay.
Hi, thanks for the talk.
Thank you.
One question, how are artifacts handled in the pipeline? So non-OCI artifacts. So if there are any build artifacts that I wanted to push to other stages, other pipelines, or maybe extract, if I wanted to use it as a drop-in replacement, for example, in GitLab.
No, I mean, you cannot replace GitLab or GitHub Actions with this. So you need to call those modules or like run Dagger somehow based on an event like a push or creation PR. So it's not a tool to replace the whole CI stuff.
No, but let's say I wanted to have a protobuf definition, for example, and I wanted to generate it and use it in a client and server application that I want to build for different platforms. So I need to have a first pipeline to build those stubs and then pass it on to other stages. So how does this mechanism work?
You mean the modules itself, creating the modules?
No, the output. There might be output that is not an image.
Okay, I see. So in our case, the output was, for example, the tar file. So I created the tar file with the build, and then the push one was just got this tar file and pushed it to the like as a OCI image. So if you mean for text outputs, maybe you should just write it to a file, because in the end these are all running on the like same folder, I would say. So the output within the folder will be there. You create a new container in the code, use it, and that sort of thing. So it's not like, or maybe you can just create GitHub environment variables as well if you actually need to change some stuff, like based on a value. Yeah, that's. Okay. I don't know if that was a
Thank you.
answer, but yeah, sorry.
One more question? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.